Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of Jamie's ideas and plans for Loomian Legacy on how to improve things like PvP prep, as well as adding to some new features that were in past updates. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Now, if there's one thing that all of us can understand, it is that free-to-play players have a really hard time trying to get into things like PvP, hunting, and just a lot of things inside of Loomian Legacy. In my personal opinion, I don't think Loomian Legacy is that enjoyable unless if you actually pay money, which is kind of a shame, but that's just how things are. Like, for example, you literally have to pay 350 Robux for an ability charm if you just want to encounter a secret ability in the wild. Now, obviously, you have things like rallying and all that stuff, but, oh wait, you have to pay even more for rallying to be easier. So you see the problem here? Now, to combat this entire thing, Jamie has actually gone out and shared some of his ideas on how to fix these issues. Now, I do have to mention, before we get into any of this, that these are just purely ideas, and they have not been brought up to, obviously, the rest of the Loomian Legacy development team, so things are subject to change. But I definitely think it is interesting, obviously from Jamie's viewpoint, as he would like to have corrupted shards inside of the UMV, which is definitely going to be interesting because the UMV is a little lackluster. We have not gotten an update to it in a long time, which I do think is a shame. And if you guys don't know what corrupted shards are, basically they reverse your UP. So obviously how you can put a shard on a Loomian to increase its stats, what a corrupted shard would do would be to decrease its stats. This is good obviously for certain Loomians that need to have their stats lower instead of higher, just like Icy Ghoul and, you know, Bane of Haste things and all of that stuff. Now next he wants to add a punching bag variant that gives different TPs depending on the variant picked. So this would be really good for obviously training, so you're not going in there and fighting the same old trainers over and over again, getting a very mixed bag of stats. Instead, you would go into the little gym rat area, fight a punching bag, and then you would get TPs just for that specific stat. Next up, going off of what we were talking about earlier with secret abilities, so there's going to be some, again, possible secret ability changes that he is going to propose that include wild encounters with free-to-play players getting able to encounter secret abilities at a 1 in 256 odds. And this is definitely a very interesting change because this also would mean that players who already have the charm, at least Jamie's idea, would be to have the odds lowered to a 1 in 128 odds. So if you have the charm, it gets lowered, basically cut in half from what the current odds are. And then if you are not, obviously, somebody who has the Game Pass, the regular odds would be a 1 in 256. And finally, there's some things in there for PvP prep, which would make getting secret abilities a lot easier. Now, if you read here, I don't know too much about rallying, but basically, the new odds, if you had a Game Pass, a secret ability leader, and same species, secret ability assistant, the odds would go all the way down to a 1 in 16 odds. So, again, really interesting right there. If you want to read all of the rest of that stuff, I'll put it up on screen and leave it up there. But yeah, that about does it for this video. I'd definitely like to hear your guys' thoughts about this down in the comments below. Remember that these are just purely ideas at the end of the day. While Jamie does obviously, you know, kind of focus on the entire PvP aspect of Loomian Legacy, it is Lando and T-Radov's final say. So again, keep that in mind. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.